Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition Sphere of Influence on the Mysterious JG. We are having a long, slow struggle against the Uesugi. This was the Date's main role in that whole Sekigahara thing. The Date attacked the Uesugi and prevented them from being a part of the Battle of Sekigahara. There are other famous fights along the way, like Nobutada's guys were held up longer than expected by the Takeda, not the Takeda, the Sanada clan, which is one of those famous things where if the Sanada had fallen faster than they did, it would have been easier for the Eastern Army, but the Sanada really held them up. Eastern Army won anyway. But this is one where even though the Uesugi are loyal to the Western, they're in the East, but they're loyal to the Western Army. If they had been able to make it, they might have been able to help the Sanada even to hold here, which might have forced Ieyasu to turn troops away from Sekigahara to help conquer the Sanada, or possibly the Uesugi arriving at Sekigahara would have turned the tide against Tokugawa. So, like, all these little battles potentially could have been big turning points. But this is the Date's main role, was to contain the Uesugi, and that's who we're stuck in a life and death struggle with right now. So as far as labor goes, like, if we take these castles, they'll be the ones I'd need to reinforce against enemies right now. But for now, we're building stuff in our towns, and Rifu has room for development. Didn't you already develop once? Yeah, okay, so you're going to become an orchard now. Which eats up a whole lot of my food, but I can sell some of it.
What would you like? Thank you very much.
And that gives me enough gold that I'm tempted to start messing around with other things like road construction, but not right now. We're going to get off of that for now. I'll think going at the courts. Pretty good. Any more tribes that we can work on? You guys just don't seem to be consistently sticking with us, because you got more than just the Uesugi potentially working on you. So some help from the tribes would be really good about now, but I guess those tribe units already got wiped out. Let's have you, Earl King, finish off this unit. This is really slowing down because I'm manually controlling all these battles. It's taking much longer than it would have otherwise, but
Understood.
Sanai Oka. Time for Kuroka. So you are not where I thought you would be. Gonna get ambushed out of the fog. Yep, I'm getting ambushed out of the fog. Earl King does not have the best stats, but they're still better than this guy's stats. Alright. Yeah, Earl King kind of an all-arounder, not necessarily the greatest combat dude ever, but you can cause enemies in front to attack each other. But I think that's more like when there's more than one enemy unit. Will be uncommandable.
We will join you.
Wait, who's joining who? Somebody just had a unit join them on the field, but I still don't see where. This causes target with an X, swirly, and I'm trying to figure out if I can understand what those things are. So target with an X, target switches to default. Unit starts attacking allies. Okay, it's not going to do anything if they don't have allies. So let's go for melee and then go for the roar tactic.
Everyone, get ready. Let's get started. I'll end it with this.
There you go. That was super bloody, but we did win a little faster based on that. But we certainly... Oh no, another unit is deployed? Okay, so... The guys that are helping us to encircle the castle. Maybe we're only going to get one castle out of this. That's another weak unit, but it's Keiji's unit. So all three of these units together, we might be able to get Nihon Matsu Castle. I don't think we're going to go any further than that, though. And I got completely confused about what time I started the video, so let me check that, see how much time I've got left. I've got... okay. Alright. 20 after. That's my own little mental note. But as you can see up here, Yoshiaki's retreating. They did some damage to the walls, which the Uesugi will repair, but it prevented the Uesugi from reinforcing. And we actually got a castle for one of our allies out of all this, which isn't really what I wanted, but it's something. You guys just vanished back into your castle. You will be back, I'm sure, when we are ready to attack. Let's rock. So at a minimum, we're going to get this castle, but it's starting to look like that's all we're going to get. And I'll be disappointed if someone rides out of here and stops us, but I don't think they will. Let's decide what to do with the captives. Please decide those which you wish to employ. I have sworn loyalty to the Uesuga clan. I cannot betray them. So do we want to execute him? I'm not going to execute him. Just let him go. I won't hold back in the next battle. Extra Lee experience for JG Mystery. Oh, you are stuck because I didn't order you home. I just ordered you up there because I was trying to make sure you didn't run into Muratane Soma's unit. Oh, wow. Kakakatsu Uesugi, their leader, is down here fighting. Yeah, we are allies to the south that are really making out well in all this.
Your orders? Reporting in.
We have Suganame surrounded.
Here's last month's balance. Reporting in.
Thanks for appeasing of the tribes. Training is paid off. Everything's coming up for Fia. But, not as pretty as I had hoped. Another territory. Another thing can be built. This time we can get a ranch going. District is even more suitable for conscripts. Horses become cheaper. And we can build a riding ground eventually in this castle. So that's a nice one. Only 2 months away from diplomacy, so we want to make sure we've got a good amount of gold in the reserves in 2 months' time. But for now, the tribes I'm most concerned with are already on our side. So let's just hold the gold for next month and finish with Suganome and see if we can get Nihonmatsu as well. I just hope that we don't get an attack out of Yonezawa Castle, where they are already rebuilding their hit points. Yep. So we might have to take that castle back last. Well, it's whatever we do. It'll be an overwhelming force attack that finally breaks that castle. But I don't have it right now. Our food supply is gone.
Show them our
Not for long. Looks like Suganome Castle is ours now, Lord. Oh, I'm blanking on the name of our ruler. Lord Masamune, I'm taking the credit for this. I hope you realize. So now this should mean all of them have provisions again. I guess not.
March!
March! Now they've all got provisions. And they are all going to go after Nihonmatsu Castle. I'm just hoping we come out with enough to do it. Because we might not.
Moving out!
Just as an insurance policy, we can send out Shaman Yamazaki again. This could get ugly. Oh, but wow. This really worked out extremely well for this clan, whose name I don't remember. That I was kind of using them a bit, I thought, but no, the Nazu clan, if I'm not mistaken, they have, by the time this is done, they will have doubled their holdings as a result of helping us. And the Oasugi will have lost half their castles. Now, their best castles are still theirs. We've taken away kind of their weaker castles. But yeah, we cut their castles in half with this, so this worked out really well. 1,000 troops, 1,000 troops, 1,000 troops. All those places had the potential to be growing troops to fight against us. So,
For orders, here's last month's balance. Reporting in.
I've grown stronger with this power, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so we need to survey our new castle, which had already been ours at one point or whatever. We need to give it a lord, or possibly lady. Vulture Bean is the one that the computer wants me to use. But let's see who could use the loyalty boost. I think that's the guy who keeps thinking about ditching us, but his stats are terrible. Monkey Merc, aren't you already a lord of a castle? Yes, you are. Here's somebody who's kin, but is still all pissy. Grimith Reaper, you are only a retainer, and your loyalty is actually good. So let's give it to this person whose loyalty is, like, the worst. And then we'll try to send over some officers who aren't terrible to back them up. Yeah, Lady Tulpanzer and Hamaku Arisato should be good to kind of get things going over there again. We're developing bases. I'm going to sell a bit of food to make sure that we've got food, we've got gold on hand whenever it's time to bribe the officials. Tribes that we want help from are already on our side. We can order more relief forces, but I feel like we've already okay, yeah, they haven't actually officially failed at that mission yet until a certain amount of time has passed. think I'll just let this one play out. I'm not going to bother to go in and zoom. Uesugi clan have allied with Soma clan. Monkey Merc appears to be conspiring with somebody. Well, Monkey
Show
Merc,
them our strength.
you might have just earned yourself a title if that's the only way I can get you to stop being treacherous.
Understood.
Oh, you know what? No, let's. You guys continue to encircle until, at least until Shaman Yamazaki arrives. Hopefully these allies aren't being called. Didn't I just give you a castle? Oh, you're just as terrible. Tsukumichi Onozaki is abandoned. That's for Soma clan. Well, hopefully I remember that name so I can execute him later. We gained enough trust in the Imperial clan, so I'll end diplomacy.
Let
with
us
them.
join you.
Understood.
Suppose I could try to encircle this castle, but I think I'll just help. I think I'll just be helping them take it. Oh, never mind. They're in the way. I can't even go past. Used to be other castles around here. There are castles that no longer exist in game. It's possible I'd take over Tsukagawa Castle if they just run out of food or something.
Let us begin the meeting. Reporting in.
No Matsu
Here's
Castle
last month's
surrounded.
balance. Reporting in.
Discover specialty. Rumor has it Monkey Merc has been meeting with another clan. Imperial Court Trust is enough. Alright, so here's what's happening right now. I'm confused about who's taking... Is this the Soma? Affiliation Utsunomiya. So... Oh, you guys are from this clan. Okay, I'm a little surprised at this. Are you guys my allies too? I'm probably not allowed to attack you, because otherwise I could try to sneak this castle away. And take it over for the Date. Soma clan does need to fall, and it will be to us, so that's not that shocking. So, now what needs to happen is find out about anything that needs to get built up. So we need to get a reservoir going. You're a politician. Get an armory going. Those are very good. We want those very much. And we want to request, let's see, Chamberlain, Political Supervisor, Judicial Supervisor, Imperial Supervisor, Eastern Director, Western Director, Border Director, Reserve Director, Finance Director, Civil Director, Captain, and then various prefects, including Mikawa. Echigo, Tamba, Tajima, Hoki, Izuma. Who could be the Bingo Prefect? I think we need to be the Bingo Prefect, actually. Or Bungo. Ooh, Bingo or Bungo? And the Bitchu Prefect. I think I want to be in charge of Bingo. They all have the same effect. More trust from diplomacy, I believe. Finance Supervisor would be more like what I would do in real life. But Civil Director is pretty good. Let's be the Bingo Supervisor. I'll be in charge of the weekly bingo games. Then we can make sure that we're ready with all our development stuff, and we'll continue. Because I'd really like for you to find a way to get down there and...
Acknowledged.
see if there's any way that we can take over that city for ourselves. Although I don't want you getting in combat with them, because that wouldn't serve a useful purpose right now. Oh, never mind.
Enemy officer captured.
Oops.
We're going home. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged, HQ.
Please, leave it to me.
So, it's worked out for us fairly well. We've regained some of what we lost. We've got the Uesugi on the back step. We captured Kaiji Maeda. Oh, I definitely want to hire him. I hope he'll actually defect. Seems our messengers have reached the Imperial Courts, which are currently under attack. They want 6,000 gold. Oh, fuck. Not quite enough. I should have sold a little bit of food to be extra sure. Because there's a reason I want to hurry up and do this now. Ogami clan's reinforcements were unable to fill their role. Unable to fill their role. But we are now free to actually task them again.
Reporting in.
We have Tsukagawa Castle
Here's
surrounded,
last
but
month's
it's probably not going to be ours when it
Reporting in.
falls. Not 100% sure on that one, folks, but I believe it won't actually go to us. So Neon Matsu Castle needs to be... we'll get JG Mystery to do that. Because we just have to make sure we have 6,000 gold this time, because we will become the Bingo Prefect. No way. We will not be held back. Constantly making improvements as soon as they're allowed to ensure that our cities are growing as best as they can. Particularly here when it's obvious that we need to get a cargoman going. Like, I just like building cargomans. That there's not that many things that will make your conscript districts better, so I always like to build whatever I can for that. Now, if there's gifts available, yeah, rare goods. I mean, I could give a gift to Monkey Merc. He's being a pain in the butt, for sure. The issue is, I have something else I could do that would raise his loyalty, but, shows discontent. He's lord of a castle, talented or rewarded. I've got something else that I would rather do instead, so I think I'll hold on to the money. I'll sell a little bit of food just to be extra sure we've got enough money.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we need somebody to be lord of this new castle, though. Somebody whose loyalty could use the boost. Because we just lost the last guy we put in charge of a castle. Which means somebody else must have taken over, but, so we'll get at least 2 folks over to that castle coming out of Rifu. maybe Uncle Baldo. So Uncle Baldo been hanging out. Well, just in terms of having a whole bunch of created officers in one unit, JG Mystery, Vulture Bobo, and Vulture Bean is already a bunch. So maybe we'll get Zerfall can go help to build that city up. Yeah, I believe we're not actually going to get that city, unfortunately. We'll get a chance to take it later, I'm sure.
We march.
Oh. Are you coming over to create trouble?
Yes.
Hopefully I can stop them from either breaking up the siege or attacking one of the cities that's only fairly newly been conquered by us. Oh, he's got us outnumbered.
We're moving out.
Alright, Uncle Baldo, come to the rescue. Attack from behind. Attacking from two sides will greatly increase our chances, actually.
Let's head out.
Well, now who's marching? That sounded like... Yeah, Kanatsugu. We'll see. I'll see how this all goes.
We'll help you.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna win. Although every time I zoom in, I seem to make things worse, not better. Yeah, because we had them surrounded, now we don't. I shouldn't have done that. Although night attack is pretty good for us.
Yes. Yes.
Acknowledged.
So you actually want to be a little...
Understood.
You can afford to be a little less
Understood.
conservative with your tribe troops because they don't really come out of your stockpiles in any meaningful sense.
This'll end it.
Unleashed and showed. Everyone hold.
Charge into them.
Not bad.
There you go. Messed him up.
Enemy officer apprehended.
Oh, we actually captured an officer. So I don't know if you guys are still coming down there to help with that attack, but
We're going back.
at some point we need to actually kind of chill out here. Tsutsui clan was eliminated by Ishida clan. That's who Sakon used to work for. Seems our messenger has reached the Imperial Courts. I would love to grant you wish of becoming the Bingo Prefect, but perhaps a gift of 6,000 gold? Yes. From this day forth, I am Bingo Prefect. Those that fail to bow to my authority shall be eliminated. Anybody caught cheating at bingo will be executed like my brother was.
We march.
Seems like they're, I can't really tell if they're attacking my cities. I'm not getting that message, or if they're just going to hang out on the border.
Your orders reporting in.
We have Tsukagawa surrounded. It'll be ours
Here's
pretty
last month's
soon.
balance. Reporting in.
Stay forth, I am Bingo Prefect. Alright. Now, we'll give a title to Monkey Merc. He will be the new Junior Sergeant, which will boost his loyalty to 18. I shall win glory on the battlefield worthy of a Junior Sergeant. That's what I've been waiting for now with the Junior Sergeant rank. He really just needs to stop fucking threatening to leave the force. Gave him a rank. which is not something that happens often or easily in this game. So he's satisfied with treatment, will likely perform above abilities. He's now Lord of a Castle. He's received a rank, although that's less than the stuff you get for being Lord of a Castle, which is strange. I guess the effect is different depending on your traits. But he now has like plus 10 to good and minus 2 for bad. So we've done everything except give him a gift or marry him into the clan, which I'm not doing. The clan. I could give him a gift if it would make a difference. Even if I don't immediately go out and get a new title, I will immediately start working on getting our loyalty up high enough to grab one again. And Neon Matsu has a bunch of facilities it wants to build. So we'll get some churches and cathedrals going here. Let's see. Crops and crafts. Okay. Save the rest for later. This is, it looks like they're trying to maybe break this siege. They're going to be too late. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but let's do one more turn of combat. Okay. They were just trying to break that siege. The city doesn't come to me anyway. So what do I care?
We're heading back.
So interesting. I grabbed the 2 cities that I wanted. I was hoping to get even more. Instead, they were lost to the Uesugi, so the Uesugi are weakened. So my next move now might be trying to get my allies to pound on Yonezawa Castle and then launch a concerted attack on it once its HP is lowered and get it back. Taking Yonezawa Castle would be the end of the Uesugi. Alternately, we attack the other Uesugi castles first, so that's all they've got left. Either way, just getting that first all-out attack to work and taking 4 castles from them, even if only 2 of them ended up being directly mine, has worked out nicely. Now, I am a little worried. In my off-screen messing around, I did manage to take Ota Castle, which meant I got all the Satake officers. That's looking less likely, because the Ieyasu is kind of swallowing everyone right now. How much time have I got left in this video? I think I've gone over. Yeah, I have. All right, let's hurry up and end this turn, and then when we come back next time, we'll have to think about strategies. But we've made headroads into getting some of our territory back. We're moving in the right direction. We've just got a bit more to do. Although, once we get all of our old territories back, we will be strong enough to take out the Megami, or whatever they're called. Blanking on their names here. They're our friends now, but we eventually, in the long run, we got to take out the Megami, so that we've just kind of taken over this whole little cross-section of Japan right here. And then I have to decide, do I want to have a computer-controlled, do I want to strike out towards the capital and build a computer-controlled district that will try to slowly roll up the north, or do I want to roll up the north at the risk that somebody else will get more powerful than I do while I'm trying to consolidate these territories here, which will certainly give me more gold and food income, but aren't necessarily going to be the strongest cities in the country. If it was just going to be me against the Tokugawa, for sure I'd need to consolidate all that before I came in and attacked them here in the old Hojo territory. But I probably want to try to, if these alliances end, I'm not allied with these guys anymore, I want to grab their stuff before the Tokugawa do. Because the Tokugawa will eventually start rolling up weaker forces as well. This better be the end of the talk about Monkey Mark defecting to another clan. And when what's-his-face long name was with the Soma. Once we take him out, take the Soma out, if I get the chance, I need to try to remember to kill that guy. From this day forth, I call myself Junior Sergeant. I shall double my efforts from now on. A piece in the Amizo worked well, my training's paid off, etc., etc., etc. Other clans. Soma. I guess they'll be on the bottom half overall. Let's go see what's going on with this guy. Boy, the Tokugawa got a lot of officers, though. Oh, Moritano is sick. He's the 15th head of the clan. Became enemies with the Date. There's a child. There's the 16th clan head. Fought many battles with the Date. So yeah, we gotta take these guys out. They are our enemies, even if the story didn't involve us doing much with them last time. But here I think is the guy who defected away from us. From a powerful clan in Hitachi, he served the Satake, but frequently opposed the decisions of the clan. He eventually rebelled unsuccessfully and went to serve Tadateru Matsudaira. He just changed masters, so his loyalty stays high for a while. Yeah. Know these names, remember this face. Because we gotta take his sorry ass out. Alright, I don't know what I do to increase my labor, but it does seem like we're gradually increasing some of our clan's stats. If we look at population, we are not even on the first page. Soldiers, not on the first page. Officers, we are on the first page because I got all these created officers. Maidens, castles, fortress, treasure. When we get into balance, we're not probably very impressive, although you can see the Tokugawa spend all their gold too. Income-wise, though, we are the second strongest force in Japan, so I'm working pretty hard to develop that stuff. Policy expense, we are the second most, spending the second most of any force in Japan. And crops, we are way down on the list, but I've done some things to get our gold income up. Oh, not crops, sorry, I mean harvest is what I should be looking at. Harvest-wise, we're a little ways down on the list. But I'd like to think that before we really start to expand, we've got the best, or amongst the best in income, which we already kind of do, and harvest. Those are the ones you want to get really high, because that means that you're just gaining faster than the enemy is. Now, as far as military, we're not very high up on the list with soldiers because we keep getting them all killed. But we are well ahead of the Uesugi and the Mogami. We're ahead of anybody else in our region. And my controller just walked out on me. Well, you know, it's time to call it a video anyway. So what I'm trying to get at with all this is now, okay, I'm going to have to... It's really... I'm just trying to squeeze the last bit of juice out to make my save. But, that's not important for the video. When we come back, folks, we'll probably have a little bit of peace while we build back up from our last attack. But the big decision we have to make is, do we want to finish off the Uesugi before we turn towards anyone else? The answer is probably yes. And do we want to take back our old capital, or their main castle, which would be the hardest nut to crack, with the assurance that after that there are remaining two castles, which nobody else can really strike at effectively. So we'll have them. They'll be ours, most likely. It's possible one of those allies down to the south that took some of their cities will get them. But in all likelihood, if we crack their main castle, we get the other two castles too. The question then becomes, do we want to take that main one first? And then roll up the other two with ease, or do we want to try to sneak around back and take those two, and then use the combined forces of all of them to take their main castle. That's probably the smartest move. The only concern is if we somehow accidentally let the Mogami take that big castle, which was our main castle in the last scenario. That would suck, so we got to avoid that. I'm Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you join me next time for more Nobunaga's Ambition. Bye-bye.